Okay, so The Thing, and there's 16 things I like about The Thing. I think that's getting a recurring number. Like, I think Inception there was 16 things. I think Alien had 16 things, or was it 13? I think I brought it up. But anyway, yeah, 16 seems to be a number seem to steer towards. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so 16 things I liked. First and foremost, camera composition. The movie's just really well shot. It seems thought out in regards to how it's shot. And along with that, there's a lot of other great visuals. Like, I'm going to do the two combo, the lighting and color palettes. So two things there that are really good. There's some really beautiful lens flares from the lighting too in the film, and it adds a certain style. It looks great. Like, this movie looks really nice for a movie that came out back then. If you watch it on like Blu-ray, I don't know if there's an Ultra 4K, but if there was, this movie would look gorgeous, I reckon, in Ultra 4K or something. But even just in Blu-ray, it looks incredible. It looks really great, this film. Yeah, I'm really impressed by it. In regards to the lighting and color palette, it's very beautiful. Like a lot of blues and even some slight purple due to like the lens flares and stuff. Yeah, it looks really nice. And and also the way the flares kind of add to it too. They use a lot of flares throughout the film, and yeah, it looks gorgeous. Next thing, this is a thing this movie is very well known for, and the new one is not very much as known for in this regard, but the practical effects. This is so good. Like, it still looks real today, even though you can kind of tell it looks a little bit, you can tell it's practical effects. It's still real, and it still grosses you out more than, let's say, it's not really a remake, it's like a sequel, or isn't it like a prequel to this one? What is this one? 1982. The other one I think is a prequel to this one. It shows what happened in that station, I'm pretty sure, from what I recall. But anyway, like, it's just, the problem is with that movie is, yes, it's CGI, and it's obvious CGI, and it doesn't gross you out, because it's just computer generated imagery, and I think that's CGI. Isn't that what it stands for? Anyway, but yeah, like, it's CGI, and it's not as impressive. Like, you see practical effects, it's like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. They put this thought into how to make it all gross like this. Like, I imagine even on set, they probably would have felt like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, I really love practical effects as much as possible in movies, and this is a great example of why it works. So the next thing, creature design, or should I say creature designs. My gosh, this thing it's gross. It's fucking gross looking, but oh my god, it's kind of admirable just how it looks. It's like, oh my god, it's so weird, but it's so alien, like, not alien as I mean alien movie, but just so foreign and weird looking in the film. It's really just a spectacle to look at. Like, it's weird but great. I don't know else to explain it, but great creature design. Next thing is the acting. Just everyone in this movie has something about them. You know what I mean? Everyone has something about them in regards to just humor, how they interact with each other. It's great. Like, there's just little moments, I think, with nearly every actor where they have this little moment to shine. And that's the next thing I'll say, is along with the acting, the line delivery. Like, how does the line go? Somebody get me off this fucking couch! Like, something like that one of the guys says. And it's like, the way he delivers the line is so great. But there's just, even Kurt Russell, like, when he says, like, the chess thing, you cheating bitch, in the beginning with the chess simulator. Like, it's just little things in the way they say it. Like, I love the acting in this film, along with that, the line delivery. That combination in this film is just, it's perfect. Alright, so the next thing is the music. Very simple, but very effective. Like, right in the very beginning, it's like this bum bum, bum bum, dum dum, like, just like that. It's very simple, but so effective. It creates this amazing atmosphere that really makes you tense and makes you really feel like you're kind of in that environment. It creates that immersion. Music is top notch. Next thing, brutal and shocking moments. Like, oh my gosh, because of the practical effects, you really buy it, and to a pretty close degree, it's just like, oh my gosh, like, it really blows you away. Oh, and then there's that other great line. You gotta be fucking kidding. Like, and even that bit, being brutal and shocking, the guy's freaking head gets, like, pulled off. It's like, Jesus Christ. And then, like, the legs come out. Like, it's amazing. It's creative, but at the same time, it's like, ugh. But it really creates a great tension in just what this creature is capable of doing, So the next thing is tension. The tension in the film, because of just the brutal and shocking stuff and the atmosphere that they're in this area in the snow, and this like, I guess you could say it's like a compound in the snow area. It's very confined, and it's not good to be in a confined space with this type of creature going around, because how it latches onto things and imitates. Like they're in up shit creek where they are, like, for real. Like, there's not really anywhere areas where they can really isolate themselves very well. They're just very locked into this environment, and it's fantastic how they pull this off. One particular moment that still kind of gets me to this day when I watch it, and I've watched this movie about like 5 to 6 times. There's one very effective jump scare in the film when they're checking the blood samples, and then one goes, ah! Hits you, because it kind of, like, for some reason the tension somewhat gets released throughout that scene. Like, you feel like it's going to be one of the first few, but then they seem more relaxed, and once they seem more relaxed, it's the one that fucking gets you. It's like, oh my god. Like, it makes you jump. I feel like nearly everyone that's seen the movie jumped at that little moment. Like, Jesus Christ. And then shit just hits the fan after that point in that scene. Like, Jesus. What a scene. Like, what a scene. Excellent, like, just build up and all that type of stuff. Just a really effective jump scare. I'm not a huge fan of jump scares in movies, but when they do it well, you know, hats off to you. Alright, so the next thing are the build-up. The movie does take its time a fair bit. It's kind of setting up the characters, setting up things, and then there's a dog walking around. You're like, what's up with this dog? You know, you kind of think, oh, why the hell were they shooting at that dog? And then like, oh shit, the second time you watch it, you're like, kill that fucking thing. Like, oh my god. The build-up is just, it's fantastic. It takes its time, but it's needed to... It's kind of like how Alien was. Like, it sets up the characters, sets up the scene, but it really has an intriguing element to it, like a mystery to the film, which is really great. Alright, next thing is thought-provoking. Like, it makes you think of, you know, who's infected, this and that, and when you watch it again, you kind of notice more little things, little subtleties. It's great. Like, you notice more things each time you watch it, so it makes you think. And movies that do that I really like, so really thought-provoking. Next thing is concept. The concept in the film, you know, it's a very simple concept, but done really well. Like, it's just this creature, they're stuck in this one location, they're trying to stop it from spreading, because if this shit, you know, gets out, it's going to be real bad. And yeah, it's just a very simple concept, but really well executed. The execution in this film is really what I think helps it a lot. Like, if this movie wasn't as well executed, I don't think it'd be as good. But it would still have a great concept, but it's all these other things that make it even better. Alright, so the next thing is the setting. So this is kind of along with the concept. You know, I really wanted to nail down this point. The way this movie's set, it's kind of like The Shining. That there's certain characters that are just isolated in this one location, which really makes it tense, makes you connect with these characters more. And that's what really makes it work, I think, is the tension from the setting and then this concept as well. It just creates this really, like a great atmosphere and a tense experience, I guess. And last but not least, rewatchability. Yes, I was thinking for a sec. Wait a minute. Is that 16? Yeah. So rewatchability. Yeah, I've watched this, as I said, I watched this movie about 5 times, and there's always something new you'll notice in regards to just how good the filmmaking is, or just something subtle that you didn't notice last time with, like, who's actually the thing at this point, who isn't, you know, things like that. It really gets you thinking, but at the same time, it's just a really entertaining movie. That's it's kind of fun to watch, but tense at the same time. Yeah, it's excellent. What can I say? This is a really well done film by John Carpenter. At some point, I will definitely review Halloween as well, because you know, the new one's coming, another one's coming out for Halloween as well. But I just want to also talk about John Carpenter as a director. I think he's really good. He has a certain thing about him in his older movies that, I don't know, it worked really well. Like, he just knew the aspects of filmmaking and how to execute it in a way that, you know, made it tense and made it just really entertaining at the same time. Like, really brought something out from the actors, I feel, as well, this director. So yeah, great director, great film. That's pretty much it for this video. You know, if there's more things you liked about the film, or maybe something you disliked, whatever, you know, I'd just love to have a conversation in the comments below. So, yeah, put your thoughts down below, and, yeah, catch us next time.